So what does it mean when you pop on and off the main keywords SERP 6 times on and off in 2 to 3 months? Usually only for a day. It's high traffic, high comp. Back on now. Um, I
I've been feeling this lately,
I wonder how like
especially
how
with one
far
asset
on
that
and
I've
off you're
got.
popping. Like, are you like, is it going to like
It's
not
like
existing? Like you're not
if
anywhere, and then you're like on page like 2 or 3 or 5, or
if he's in the same camp of frustration that I'm thinking of when I read this question,
you talking about AI content woes?
yeah, AI content mixed with like historical content that always ranked, that then after the last, like, let's say 2 or 3 core updates, it's almost like every few weeks I'm getting popped in, popped out, popped in, popped out, but not just a slight movement. I'm talking about popped in, popped out as far as I'm top three, I'm out completely. I'm top three, I'm out completely.
On the
And
actual
so,
SERP and not just your tracker?
yeah, yeah, in the actual SERP. And so, what I've started to like mess with, especially like in these cases, has to do with like trust and then authority. If we're talking about like a EEAT specifically, trust and authority, from the perspective of making sure that you've got author pages, etc., that go back, and then that you have comparable amount of backlinks going to these inner pages with comparable amounts of anchor text ratios to that of your competitors. And in doing that, like, I've noticed more stability, but versus how they used to lie, which was, like, these pages were ranking no problem.
Weird that they
All of
would
a sudden
pop like
it's
they
like,
would be
okay, we're
super
getting
high ranking and
kicked.
pop out.
It's so weird. But I think now, especially like, all right, purely based in theory, I feel like this is part of something that we've got to get used to as affiliate marketers, if that's what you are, which I assume that's what you are, but maybe you're not.
Maybe they're testing like your
Um,
old content for like for like
yeah,
helpful content kind of stuff. Like maybe
that
maybe it's
in
like some.
comparison to your competitors, yeah, yeah.
I could see it.
So you've got it tight, you keep doing what you're doing, keep interlinking. Interlinks definitely help stabilize, it seems. But yeah, I wish I had a more concrete answer, but I get the frustration.
I think what I would, I haven't really dealt with this problem, but one of the things I would look at, because I just feel like all the content problems these days, because I know the site wasn't having those problems before. I'm pretty sure the site that you're talking about, Nick,
Mm-hmm.
and now it is. So
Yeah,
it's basically something that Google's been changing, and Google's changes seem to all revolve around eat, like you said, and
Yeah,
also like helpful content. So I think what I'd be looking at is the helpful content type stuff, and just be honest with yourself.
yeah.
Is there too much fluff in this thing? Is it actually helpful? Is it actually adding like unique something unique to the conversation here, or am I just repeating a bunch of stuff? Um, I think that's kind of what I would be testing with. I know it's kind of scary to edit your articles. I don't like editing articles when they're in the top three.
Well, yeah,
Um,
that's the thing too, though, is like, when you've got historical values, you're like, okay, well, these have been ranking forever.
yeah.
But then maybe you start manipulating a bit more. Maybe you already used, recalls from APIs that just pull information. Then maybe you extended that to a
Okay.
little bit of like AI maneuverability.
Okay, so I think we kind of see what's going
Yeah,
on
I
here,
don't know.
Nick.
I'm playing with fire. I know I am. However,
Have you seen that
I like
happen?
I have seen this with other people where it's like, especially after the last update, I feel like there's a confusion level to the algorithm that's
Could
going,
be.
okay, let's mess with
Uh,
everything in the SERPs, right? And so then go back in. So, like, my advice to you would be, go back in, look in these individual SERPs and see who's beating you out. and then try and conceptualize like why are they beating you out, and then if it's the same as mine, you're back in within like 2-3 days. The longest I had to wait was 1 week or maybe like a week and a half, and all of a sudden all the rankings I lost were back, and that's without messing with anything. But that can also be a factor that they just kind of play in, and especially if you've got a lot of content rolling in all of a sudden, maybe with AI they don't really have a different way of kind of differentializing you know the fact that you're manipulating that kind of content, because as we saw in Vietnam, Robert Nichol, who we're going to have on the podcast, was talking about how much it costs for Google to implement a change on their algorithm that's going to actually like affect the way that search is digested according to their bots.
You're talking about
And
like
if you look at
detecting
that,
AI.
yeah,
Yeah,
detecting
it's
AI.
too crazy.
For right now, it's like, okay, well, the best they can do is kind of guesstimate and keep us on our toes by messing with us.
So he added more to the question here. He says, always been between ranking, I guess, 50 and 90. Site's 1 year old. Yeah, so
Oh,
between 50 and 90, you'll see things kind of pop off more.
yeah, they don't matter.
I feel like it's kind of like, it's just, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's more natural. Like you're going from zero traffic to zero traffic. So yeah, I would focus more on getting up to like, page like 2. Once you're on like page 2 or whatever, that seems to be kind of when things start to get more real, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
Anything before that, they move around a lot and they can pop in and off, and yeah, just it's very different. And he says, yes, it's AI content. Um, Only a few, some
Yeah.
redirects, nothing else. Yeah, so if it's the AI content, we don't know what else is going on with your site. You just might be like super low authority, or you might not have enough topical authority. I don't know how your interlinking is, your on page, or any of that stuff. But probably just focus on getting to page 2 first before you worry about something like this. But yeah, if you're just copy and pasting AI content, that could definitely be a problem as far as helpful content goes. You might need to edit it a bit and improve it before trying to get it past, page 5 or whatever. Hopefully that helps. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the links below for more info on this topic, as well as other cool stuff like SEO case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and happy ranking.